What if a love that crossed centuries was now facing its final test? Jamie Fraser and Claire Randall weren't supposed to meet. They weren't even born in the same time. But fate had other plans. Their love began in the fire of war and grew stronger in the storms of time. Now, after years of pain, passion, and impossible choices, Season 8 may finally ask the question, can love truly survive everything, even time itself? From the moment Claire stepped through the stones at Cray Na Dun, her life was never the same. She was a woman out of time, pulled from the 1940s and thrown into the violent heart of 18th century Scotland. She was a healer, a woman of science. He was a warrior bound by blood, land, and honor. Jamie and Claire were never meant to be, and yet, somehow, they found each other. Their story became more than just a romance. It was survival. It was destiny. It was pain and joy intertwined like vines around a stone. Their love wasn't easy. It was tested again and again. War, betrayal, prison, and even death tried to tear them apart. Claire was forced back to her own time, leaving Jamie behind, believing he would die at Culloden. For 20 long years, they lived separate lives. She raised their daughter, Brianna, in the modern world. He lived in the shadows of the past, haunted by the memory of her. But love has its own time. And when they finally reunited, it wasn't the same fairy tale. They had changed. Time had changed them. But their love, that stayed, even in America, as settlers in the dangerous and untamed world of the New World. Nothing came easy. They faced new wars, new enemies, and wounds that even love couldn't always heal. Still, they chose each other again and again, through fire, through heartbreak, through loss. Jamie's fierce loyalty and Claire's unshaken strength became the foundation not only of their family, but of the entire series. Every decision, every risk came back to this bond between them. But now, the storm on the horizon is different. Season 8 isn't just another chapter, it might be the final. 1. The story of Jamie and Claire is more than a love story. It is a fight against time, against fate, against history itself. They have battled redcoats, survived witch trials, sailed through hurricanes, and crossed continents. They've buried friends, lost children, and nearly lost each other. But through it all, they never gave up, not on themselves, and not on the future they dreamed of. Still, with everything that lies ahead, revolution, death, and decisions that could break the timeline, there's a question no one wants to ask. What if? This is where it ends? Their daughter Brianna is grown, living her own life in the future. Their grandson carries Jamie's blood, but may never truly know the past. The world around them is changing faster than they can hold it together. And the more time moves, the harder it is to stay grounded. Claire, torn between her place in history and her roots in the future, may be forced to choose. And Jamie has always known his fate is tied to war, to sacrifice. He has always been willing to die for those he loves. But this time, will love be enough to save them? For fans who have watched this journey from the very beginning, the stakes have never been higher. Season 8 carries the weight of every heartbreak, and every reunion before it. There's no more room for mistakes, no more time for regrets. If Jamie and Claire are to have peace, they may have to give up everything they've built. Or worse, they may be torn apart forever, not by choice, but by destiny. And that's what makes this final chapter so terrifying. And so unforgettable. Because love stories can be eternal. But even eternal love must face the end of the road. Asterisk as Season 8 begins. There's a quiet tension building in the air, like the moment before a storm breaks over the hills. The world around Jamie and Claire is on the edge of collapse. The American Revolution is no longer a rumor, it's real, it's bloody. And it's closing in from every side. Jamie must choose where to fight and who to protect. But how do you protect your family when the enemy looks like your neighbor? How do you keep your wife safe when history is already written in blood? Claire knows this war. She knows how it ends. But knowing doesn't help when people she loves are caught in the fire. She carries the weight of 2 centuries in her heart medicine. From the future, memories of her daughter, knowledge of deaths that haven't happened yet. Season 8 forces her to face a cruel truth. She cannot save everyone, not even with all she knows. The guilt, the helplessness, the fear, they're starting to leave marks on her soul. And for the first time, Claire isn't sure she has the strength to keep going. Jamie feels it too. He has always been the warrior, the protector, the soul of unshakable loyalty. But the war is bigger than him now. He's older. He's wounded in body and in spirit. Every fight he enters could be his last. He sees the worry in Claire's eyes. He hears the silence in the house when she can't sleep. They've always leaned on each other. But now they're starting to lean in different directions. For the first time, distance doesn't come from time, it comes from fear, their land. At Fraser's Ridge is no longer a safe home. Danger walks freely in the woods and trust is in short supply. The political world is turning, and with every turn, Jamie and Claire are pushed closer to the edge. The choices in front of them are impossible: stay and risk death, or run and lose everything they've built. But where could they go? They've already crossed oceans and timelines. What haven't they risked yet? Season 8 also brings questions they've never dared ask before. What if the stones call to Claire again? What if time offers her another path? She has a grandson. In the future, a daughter who still needs her. Is her place truly with Jamie? Or is her journey not finished yet? And Jamie, he has never touched the stones. He has never traveled in time. But what if that changed? Could love pull him into a world he was never meant to see? There are hints, quiet ones, scattered through whispers and looks. Jamie has dreams he can't explain. Claire sees signs she's trying to ignore. Maybe fate is trying to say something. Maybe time isn't finished with them after all. Or maybe, just maybe, time is giving them one last chance to choose, but every choice comes with a price. If Claire returns to the future, she may lose Jamie forever. If she stays, she might watch him die. And Jamie, proud and stubborn, would never ask her to stay if it meant her pain. That's what makes it so hard. Their love is strong, but time doesn't care about love. It keeps moving forward, with or without them. So, as Season 8 unfolds, viewers aren't just watching a story. They're watching the unraveling of two lives deeply tied to war, loss, hope, and impossible devotion. They're watching the ticking of a clock that's almost out of time. And deep down, everyone knows there's no guarantee that both Jamie and Claire will reach the end together. Because sometimes the final chapter isn't about staying. It's about letting go. Asterisk, some say the end is already written. Others believe the clues have been hiding in plain sight since Season 1. As Season 8 approaches, fan theories are exploding across the internet. What happens to Jamie and Claire? Will their love survive the storm of history, or will time finally tear them apart for good? One of the most heartbreaking theories begins with a dream. In Season 4, Jamie tells Claire about seeing her in a vision standing by a window surrounded by electric light. But how could he see something from the future when he's never time traveled? Fans believe this moment was more than just a dream. Some think Jamie's soul is already connected to the future, that he and Claire are bound by something deeper than blood and time. But what if that vision wasn't a gift, but a warning? Another theory whispers of a tragic ending. In the very first book, Claire visits Jamie's grave in Scotland in her own time. That scene was never forgotten by fans. Some believe that this final season will bring us to that grave, that Claire will return to the future not because she wants to, but because she has no choice. That Jamie, brave and loyal to the end, will fall in battle, fulfilling history and breaking hearts. But if that's true, how does she say goodbye? And then there are the theories that flip the story upside down. What if it's Claire who doesn't make it? Some fans noticed a pattern: Claire becoming more tired, more withdrawn. Her mind carries the weight of 2 lifetimes. What if the cost of living in the wrong time, using future knowledge in a dangerous past, is finally too much? What if Season 8 ends with Jamie holding her hand, begging her to stay alive, as time slowly takes her back or away forever? Others point to strange clues. In recent interviews, the cast has spoken carefully, choosing their words with caution. One actor said, "The ending will be emotional, but satisfying." Another hinted at closure and destiny. These words stirred the fan base. Closure usually means finality. destiny could mean death. Are the showrunners preparing us for heartbreak? Or are they hiding something more surprising, like a twist that brings Jamie forward in time? A smaller, more hopeful theory believes in a reunion across centuries. Some think Claire will be forced to return to her own time to protect her daughter and grandson. But this time Jamie will follow. That somehow he will touch the stones, maybe even die, and awaken in the future. It sounds impossible, but this is Outlander. And nothing has ever followed the rules of time here. There are also theories that suggest the show will end where it began at Cray Na Dun. The stones that first brought Claire to the past might be the final setting. Whether for a goodbye, a sacrifice, or a miracle, fans believe the stones hold the last key to the story. Some even think Jamie and Claire will disappear into them together, leaving their fates unknown. Like a legend, still, there are whispers that the writers are planning something no one expects. A twist that breaks every theory. A choice that isn't death or time travel, but something new, a third path. Could Claire and Jamie find a way to live between worlds? Could their love rewrite the rules of time once more? As the theories pile up, one thing is clear. Outlander fans are not ready to say goodbye. Whether it's Jamie's dream, Claire's grave, or the mystery of the stones, everyone is searching for answers. But maybe the story was never about knowing how it ends. Maybe it was always about holding on. Even when the future is uncertain, because in the world of Outlander, love isn't just a feeling, it's a fight. And the final battle is about to begin.